world's top 30 brands by volume. I think, to understand the importance of Yeni in the Turkish market, you could compare it, I think, to Guinness's iconic status in Ireland. It's very much, part of traditions in Turkey, and raki is consumed with food in classic traditional Turkish cultural situations. So it brings us these great brands, vodka as well, the leading vodka brands, but also it's a great platform for our own international brands. Okay. This is a business with a large sales force, 650 people.
Can I just, if I just slip the question in, and that is this. I mean, clearly there's a very good argument for developing, for moving into markets which are developing rapidly, like Turkey. But sometimes drinks companies that come across, I don't even paying attention, but Carlsberg, for example, produced disappointing earnings in the fourth quarter. Why? Because in Russia, to which Carlsberg is heavily committed, they tripled beer tax. I mean, there are difficulties in dealing with some of these markets, not least politics, right?
There have been, some unpredictable outcomes, I guess, in some emerging markets. That's part of, that game, I guess. Obviously, we've done a lot of due diligence on Turkey. It has now, a pretty long history of economic stability. We have not been surprised by the actions of government in the Turkish market. I think, alcohol in particular, as I said earlier, has very much been part of the culture in Turkey, particularly this raki category.
You're not worried, therefore, you're not worried by some of the political issues. I mean, clearly, Turkey does look very stable, but until a few weeks ago, Egypt looked very stable. And, you could come across it there as well, particularly, there is an Islamist prime minister, and Islam is not particularly keen on the idea of drinking spirits, even if they are traditional rights, like raki.
Yeah, I think what you need to understand is that alcohol has been part of Turkish culture for many, many scores of years, even hundreds of years, and that's not going to change. I think the government has made it clear that it takes a tolerant attitude to different behaviours and customs within its country, and we're absolutely persuaded by that, and we don't expect to get any extreme reaction to our category or the products within it.
Okay, Andrew Morgan from Diageo joining me here live in London to talk about the latest acquisition of Mey Icki in Turkey. Andrew.
Still ahead, we've got our next country.